Hey, hello one, hello all. Welcome to episode 2 of American Werewolf and London. I'm the American portion, even though I'm in Denmark. I don't know why the fuck that's even possible. Taking the role of Werewolf, the 13th Wolfman. And
that's better than last week.
Yes. 2 weeks ago, actually, we had a hiatus for July 4th.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Playing the role of London, Emily from Emily's Adventures in Horrorland.
London, where I'm most definitely from.
As good as hello as anything. All right, so in our first episode, we kind of toyed around with the idea of top 5 overrated wolf, and this is kind of your baby because you really wanted to get into it, so you might as well. You said you have 2 lists.
I have 2 lists. Yeah.
I have 2 5s.
I have the mainstream and I have the horror.
Okay.
I figured I'd start with mainstream. You know,
okay.
Even though some of the movies on mainstream might be horror, you know, but you want to just go one at a time, or I just
all at once.
Yeah, 10 go.
All at once. Yeah, that's exactly. I just gotta do one long sentence. You know? But
you could build.
No,
if you want to crescendo to like Titanic or something, then by all means. But if it
well, I mean, Titanic should have been on this list. I just wonder if you want to do one and talk about it a little, or throw them all out there and see what mixes up, or what.
Well, if we'll play it by ear. If either Emily or I have something to say, we can jump in, and if not, you go ahead and take the reins.
If being the key word there.
If, yeah. Well, judging by episode 1, I'm the one who hasn't seen anything you guys have. So.
Well, if it's Red Dwarf, then you haven't seen it.
Yep. Honestly, CP, sort yourself out.
Okay, so number 5 on my list is Videodrome. As much as I love David Cronenberg and his Videodrome is just, it's, as far as, I mean, I know a lot of people that love this movie and they talk about it and they think it's a really great movie, but story-wise, it's not all there. I mean, the plot's there to a point, but it just gets kind of really David Lynch-esque, really weird, to where you kind of get lost. So
that's kind of his thing, isn't it? Or I don't know.
Yeah, I always thought of Cronenberg as more of a sexually, just more of a sexual creature rather than weird. I mean, a lot of his early movies, Shivers and Rabbit, even The Brute, with sex. Even if you watch Existenz, there's you kind of feel like that there's things sexual by nature in there. So I always saw Cronenberg as more of that kind of. And when you get into Videodrome, you see that he kind of departs from that and kind of goes more in a David Lynch type of visceral dream type of stage.
Despite the fact that Videodrome is to a large extent about the pornographic film industry.
I do get that. I know you're saying, it's. What do you got, CP?
I got nothing. That's literally next on my list. I just The Fly and Scanners. That's all I have. That's my Cronenberg.
Fly and Scanners, yeah. I mean, dude, look at The Fly, and he's like all covered in KY. It just says it all for itself.
All right. I didn't think of that route, but sure. Yeah, I haven't seen. It's like on my to-do list. I have the Criterion. I don't know. I think I'll watch it this year. Kinda.
Definitely watch. I would like to hear what you have to think about it. I mean, I do. It's not that I don't like Videodrome. I just think that as far as
overrated,
it's overrated. It's just a little overrated. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
why it's number 5 on my list.
That's fair.
See, if I beg you any more to watch it, I'm run the risk of overrating it.
Well, so
I don't want to overhype the thing.
To mirror exactly what you're talking about, Emily, I kind of shoved Donnie Darko down her throat, and I don't know how you feel about Emily, but rewatching it for the first time in about a decade, it's just a gimmick. It's the ending. That's all it is. It's kind of overrated. Thoughts?
I see. I honestly knew that you liked that movie, and we talked about Donnie Darko on the first show.
Oh, okay. So
I left it off the list this time because I wasn't going to be that guy to just I don't want to attack the same movie over and over. But yeah, I feel it's way overrated.
Yeah, I'll agree with you now. I take it back. Whatever defense I had, it's and it's kind of like it shouldn't make sense. I mean, I guess
it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me, but I mean, to me, that's
right. Spoilers if you haven't seen a 17-year-old movie, but he dies to save everybody, but he gets killed by the thing that falls 28 days ago. But
I didn't quite understand. Was it some kind of time loop that everyone is stuck in, including the author of the book? What's her character's name?
Is
that why she's senile? Because she's been stuck in the same loop?
Grandma something. What the fuck? We just watched it like a day. We just watched it like a day ago. Grandma something
it like 3 years. So.
with the business in the front and the party in the back. Hello, Leela T and Patrick Holmes.
Are you talking about a Mississippi mud
What's a Mississippi mud flap?
Sounds
a mullet.
Oh, is that another name for it? All right. Well, then yes, I was.
Arkansas, Kentucky waterfall.
Arkansas. Roberta Sparrow. Thank you, Leela.
Yes,
Roberta
thank you.
Sparrow, who kept checking for the letter, and I wonder if she was checking for his letter. Like, in theory, like, there's a lot to it, but then if like on a first watch, wait, I'm unarguing myself. It wasn't a first watch. So what the fuck am I talking about?
It was for me. I didn't actually know it was overrated, or at least that beloved, until somebody told me to see it, to be honest. And
yeah, who the fuck did that? Oh, wait.
But at the same time, I've had the DVD in my collection forever, and it just sat there. I suppose maybe it's always been
there. Isn't his sister in the sequel? Yes.
S. Darko.
Yes, S. Darko. Samantha,
that of which we do not speak, apparently.
It's unnecessary. Sparkle Motion's own Samantha Darko. Dino, hello, Wolfman and Emily. CP autocorrect. Oh, so I'm pleased. Quite funny. Hello, Dino. Welcome. Yeah. So, are we done with Donnie Darko?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
I mean, I said a lot of the stuff I felt about it, like in the first episode.
I'm tempted. So, I was so vehemently just saying shut up because Emily hasn't seen it yet. Now I kind of want to go back and rewatch it and talk to you from the past. So I'll Donnie Darko it and go back. Bad joke. Sorry.
Someone had to make it.
And why not me? Hello, Mary. I'm here, Mary. You get your Tuesday taste of CP, which probably doesn't sound as appealing as. All right.
You never know. Mary might like a taste of CP.
So number 2, 4, 6. What are we up to?
Number 4. Dr. Strangelove.
Okay.
It's a movie that's never connected with me. Never. I remember watching this when I was a kid. It's like some Mel Brooks movies. I like some Mel Brooks movies. I don't like all of Mel Brooks movies.
Okay. I can see that.
I mean, it's just a matter of taste. My brother loved, the redheaded monster. My brother, he loved Dr. Strangelove as a kid. And we'd watch it all the time, and I'd just be like, I don't get it. He'd be laughing his ass off, and I wouldn't get it. And to this day, I still don't see the. I think Kubrick as the director is overrated, to be honest. Yeah. I'm coming out swinging, man.
I'll give you some of his movies, yes, but as a director,
but he's only. I can honestly name 2, maybe 3 movies I really like by him, and then I'm done. It's not like other directors. You're holding yourself back. No, it's not like other directors where you just kind of like you have a fondness for him, and you know you go, okay, I see where you grow. With Kubrick, it's just kind of Kubrick. It's just there. I just kind of go, okay, whatever.
Yeah. So 2001. Your thoughts on 2001?
We'll get to that.
Oh my God. We should have just called this the anti-Kubrick episode. Oh, okay. Well, I see. I'm trying to be devil's advocate here. If you want to look at his cinematography as a gimmick, you can, because he kind of, yeah, in The Shining, it was like the first real time that they had a Steadicam thing, and I
love The Shining. I do.
Okay.
The Shining I think The Shining's a masterpiece.
Oh, we have a Lee sighting. Hi, Lee. Lee's in the chat.
Hello.
Lee. So since Lee's here, that means we'll get about 7 extra viewers. So thank you, Lee, for just gracing us. I love you, Lee. Have a good time tonight.
It's the second coming of Jesus Christ.
And so that joke has to happen every time too.
It must be on the 109th coming by now.
What
a lot of kids.
Any comment on the hatred, Emily, of Kubrick?
It's not hatred. It's just
just a strong disdain.
Okay.
Disrespect.
Well, I've only seen his main movies and Artificial Intelligence, so
please don't mention that next time.
No, well, I saw that when I was 12, so I couldn't see a lot wrong with it. I thought it was interesting, as far as my tiny mind could comprehend. When I think of Kubrick, I mostly think of the way things are framed, and not necessarily the plot. So I don't know of his lesser movies, if there's any. I don't know. I mean, what about some of his lesser known ones do you take issue with?
I'm
fine with him. That's a question for you, Wolf.
Oh, okay. No, like I said, when I was talking about Doctor Strange, it's just a movie. I hear so many people in the YouTube community talk about, the love of this movie and how great this movie is. And I don't get it.
See, I haven't seen it. If you hadn't told me, I would have guessed it was a James Bond movie.
It's a satire. It's supposed to be funny, supposedly. And it's a satire that was made in like 60, I want to say 62, but it might have been 63. By Kubrick. And it's around the time the Cold War was going on and the Cuban Missile Crisis and all that. And so it's kind of a satire on that whole thing that happened. And it's just not that good. I mean, I understand that people go, well, it's acted. It's a lot of the acting is over the top and stuff like that, and it's done that way on purpose. But it's just a ring a bell. It doesn't say, hey, this is a go-to. When I go to my movie collection, I'm going to pull something out. I'm going to Doctor's. It's not even in my collection. If I see it on TV, I skip over it.
Yeah. Lee says The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, Clockwork Orange, Eyes Wide Shut. He's a genius in my mind. Seems to be the sentiment. I agree, Lee, says Dino. Patrick Holmes says Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket, The Shining. Said Shaniacal says he's all right, a bit overrated, just my opinion. All right, well, that's good. Mary Whiteside, my favorite person ever. I don't get all the love for Eyes Wide Shut. I hated that movie. Well, Mary, we're officially broken up.
That didn't last long, did it?
That was about 6 minutes. It's
the only thing that Eyes Wide Shut had going for was, the weird organization, and trying to.
I was catering to the chat. Somebody asked if that was a penis clock, and I was just stroking it off. So.
Oh, it's a thermometer, dude. But the only thing Eyes Wide Shut had going for it was, you know, that weird organization and sexual overtones.
Oh,
and once you saw once, it's a movie that it's one and done. You don't have to watch it again.
Oh,
you know?
I don't know. I think if teenagers knew just how much nudity was in that movie, I don't think it'd be a one and done per se. It's a
teenager-wise, yeah, but
it's a tape it off the TV and make sure you keep the time codes.
Are you saying you put it in your spank bank?
What's that?
The tape is really worn down for some reason.
There's a lot of nudity in that movie.
No, there is. And actually, it's kind of funny. It's like for that movie, when I was just talking about Cronenberg and Videodrome, that movie actually has a pretty good plot to it for the movie that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes Wide Shut.
But yeah,
I have a theory on it, and I haven't really substantiated enough on it. I think the whole thing is a dream. I think after Nicole,
you were not the first person to subscribe to that.
Really, I think after Nicole Kidman is high, they fall asleep, and everything from there on is a dream.
Yeah, that's you were not the first person to say that.
Well, thank you. I feel really smart now, and that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's I don't mind. I don't mind Eyes Wide Shut, but I just feel that as far as shock and awe and and everything else goes, it's a one and done.
Well,
as far as plot goes,
can we agree that he fills his movies with some subtext? There's just extra shit going on if you really want to look for it.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
I think that takes some sort of talent, charisma, effort, pizzazz, showmanship. Please, somebody save me.
How's that go again? Oh,
one more for the people at home. All right, we have an airbag. Next.
I'm sorry.
I don't think it was anybody. White Tim, how are you?
Hey, Tim. So number 3,
mm-hmm.
The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I wish you had told me this list in advance. I could have got really clickbaity with the title.
Well, I figured you should have done that anyways because you knew it's going to be overrated movies. I come swinging, man. I'm not going to.
Goes after Kubrick and then Dark Knight. All right.
Because the only Nolan Batman film I like is Batman Begins.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it's just because it gave us more of an honest look at Batman becoming, or Bruce Wayne becoming Batman. And the fact that we finally got a villain who's, the Scarecrow. I mean, it was the first time Scarecrow was on the big screen. We didn't even get the Scarecrow in the 66 series. So
this is live action incarnations, I'm guessing. He's been in animated series before?
You're so adorable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, her.
Yeah, this is Christopher Nolan's live action 2004 movie. 2005. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Batman Begins is the only one I like. Then they did this whole thing with Heath Ledger as the Joker, and
nice coat.
Heath Ledger is the worst Joker ever. He doesn't come. Dude, I grew up reading Batman comics. He doesn't come anywhere close to being Joker-esque. He's just a thug.
But for the universe that's made, though?
I don't care. That's the thing. Everyone says, well, Christopher Nolan was trying to make it more gritty, more real.
Uh-huh.
It's a comic book. I don't give a crap about real. I want the Joker to be the Joker, not just some thug
exploding right now.
not just some thug in a purple outfit and crappy makeup. Crappy makeup. The best thing in that movie was the disappearing pencil trick. That was the closest he ever came to being the Joker. And so The Dark Knight is the only reason that Heath Ledger won the Oscar for that role.
Don't talk. Don't finish that sentence. Go.
Yeah.
You said it.
What a cunning career move.
I need a disclaimer. These opinions are not expressed by Will I Like It Reviews. Holy
these opinions are my opinions alone, and not
Hey, do you want to stab a pregnant woman while we're on it too? Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, wow. What, with a bunch of exclamation points from Patrick Holmes. Ledger was phenomenal. Exactly, Lee.
No, he
interrogation scene, people. Scarecrow was an underling.
Do you mean the videotape where he's beating some guy? Look at me.
No.
Bit?
Oh yeah.
That was pretty terrifying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't the Joker. That's the problem.
No, that
wasn't. No. That's the problem everyone gets. Everyone thinks that, oh, he's trying to be more gritty and whatnot. It's like, but it wasn't the Joker. Read the comic books. The Joker he's psychotic, but yet he's fun. I mean, he not just, hey, I'm gonna go down and just shoot somebody with a gun and rob a bank. Hey, that's a thug. That's not the Joker, man. That's just
Isn't that how it was in the comics back when, I don't know, violent comics were more prohibited? Okay, different question. Who's your favorite Joker?
Jack Nicholson. He got closest to being the actual Joker without being crazy and yet being mean. I mean, I really think it was right there. And I'm not the biggest Tim Burton fan, so.
Okay, but I don't think Jack Nicholson was necessarily acting out of type. He wasn't. He does crazy fairly well without trying.
Yeah, very true.
Oh my God, what's happening? Lee says Ledger was Nolan's Joker. There are different versions of the Joker in the comics. House of Blues lists his 5. La La Land, Boyhood. I agree with the Boyhood one. Her, Scarface, Back to the Future Hoarder. What the fuck?
For some people, man.
And then he says shots.
That's not me, but that's not me.
Mm-hmm.
But hey,
he was a modern age Joker who was an anarchist. Excuse me. I wanted to read Antichrist. Wasn't even there. There's no extra T's. I'm just throwing T's and I's in there. Roger from $10 says Cesar Romero, which that's interesting. Roger.
He was pretty kooky.
Yeah,
Cesar Romero was very cool as the Joker, though. I mean, he was very manic yet being crazy over the top, and that's, So I can see that. Yet he didn't want to shave his mustache, so he just put whiteface over it.
Judging the chat, we could have just named this episode 13th Wolfman Hates Dark Knight. Join. Everybody's going bonkers on this.
Is it too late to change the title?
Well, yeah, we could pull a Zach and a.
Well, what they should do is that they should get all their friends to come on and watch us also, and jump on me. I'm all for it.
And Dino is entertained. He says, listening while working. Good banter so far. Interesting thoughts. Interesting. That's a good word, Dino. Interesting.
Yeah, you just wait till we get to number 2.
Number 2 will shock you.
Well, all right. We'll let the chat take over from here. Go ahead. What's number 2?
Emily, I got one question for you. Are you ready to watch CP just shit himself on air?
How could it get worse?
Shawshank.
Oh my!
Excuse me.
Oh! Wrong person.
How very dare you? Explain yourself, young man.
Shawshank.
Young man. It falls into that same category as Strangelove. I saw in the theater when it came out, and went on a date, and she's over there just bawling her eyes out. I'm there waiting for the movie to end. I want to see credits roll. I'm bored out of my mind. And since then I've always given movies like more than one chance. I'm like, okay, I'll wait till it comes to like home media and I'll watch it again. I'll wait for it to come to cable. I can't get through this movie anymore. 5 or 6 chances, and I get like a third, maybe 2/3 of the way through it. I'm like, oh, I'm done. I'm putting in something bloody, something gory, something that's going to make me happy, but not Shawshank. That movie is a snooze fest.
Pretty intense things happen. You don't see very much blood, but that's not the point. The point is what's imagined. The horrible things that happen to Andy while the sisters are taking care of him over the... What happens to Brooks? Jesus Christ, how did that not affect you?
It just didn't. I know people that that actually went to jail that love this movie, and I don't get it. What
is that?
Lee said somebody call somebody. I see. I thought. Go ahead.
People who went to jail love this movie. That's an endorsement.
That's the thing. It's got these great actors: Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, all these. But the movie is just a bore.
Oh my God in heaven! What the fuck is wrong with you, man? What are you watching? Oh,
what, were you disappointed because you liked the book before and it didn't?
No, you know what? I actually didn't. I was a Stephen King fan, and I didn't discover the short story until the movie came out. So I went back and read it. But no, it has nothing to do with the, with the origin of the story or anything. It just didn't do anything for me, man. What am I watching? There's other movies I love that people are like, I don't get it. So, and this is one of those ones that people love that I just don't get. I'm here to piss off the internet.
Clearly you are.
Here I was thinking Emily was clickbait. I should have just said, here's the list of movies Wolfman hates. Welcome.
Again, not hate, overrated.
Oh, excuse me. You just basically overrated. Told us you fell asleep during Shawshank, so I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Well, it was nice being friends with you.
For a friend, yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's nice for you.
We just can't watch movies together, that's all.
I don't knock my friends because they don't like something.
Listen here.
All right, so we still haven't gotten to horror yet. We're halfway through the show. We're number 1 for mainstream.
Yeah.
What? 1001.
One.
I see. That one I can kind of understand. Like,
I loved this movie as a kid. That's a really weird thing. Is I loved this movie as a kid. Every time it was on, I'd watch it. I was like, this is the coolest movie ever. And then somewhere around 17, 18, you go through teens, then you grow up, and then you look at it and you go, it's not worth it. That just as the movie just kind of like go, So I can't watch it anymore, man. It's there was Shawshank. It's boring.
Yeah. See, like,
I'm sorry. Involuntary.
Do you need an aspirin break there, Emily? See, I come across this when I watch movies that inspire something else that is made like 20, 15, 30 years later. If you really want 2001 and a modern, improved version of it, watch Interstellar.
That's actually a really good movie.
Well, right. The pacing is adjusted. It's a bit more modern. It's got the same similar look. Not look, but I'm trying to side with here. I can understand.
I can see why certain aspects of 2001 might alienate certain people. The fact that it's chopped up into 4 different parts and is kind of got these abstract concepts, but it sort of came out at a time when films were doing a lot of that non-linear narrative stuff, as far as I can recall. It came out in the late 60s and everything was starting to get kind of avant-garde, and they're trying to Easy Rider, 2001, they're trying to tell stories that, and again, I loved this movie as a kid, but when I got older, it just didn't work anymore. I don't know what, just some switch, kind of clicked in my head and found it not as interesting. Still has I can say a lot of things about it that I do like. I still think that it's got a great score.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Mhm.
If anything,
You know.
if anybody remembers anything from the movie, it's the score more than anything.
And you know, a lot of the trivia about like the fact that HAL, the computer,
Mhm.
is actually when they came up with the name HAL, they just removed one letter from IBM. They moved back one letter from IBM. So if you go one letter back from I, it's H. One letter back
Oh,
from B is
that's
A.
cute.
One back. They couldn't use the letters IBM, so they just
That's how they did it? Huh.
yeah.
All right. So, Emily, do you have anything mainstream that you want to? You think you could top this gold list with?
I don't know. I tried to like American Pie and the sequels, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As far as trashy movies go, it's pretty iconic trash, pretty up there, but not really my thing. I don't know if that counts.
Sure. We probably should have led with that because there's no topping Shawshank, Dark Knight, so on and so forth.
Star Wars is okay. It's not.
Star Wars is okay.
It's fine.
Yeah. See, I respect your opinion, Emily. I'm not going to say, oh, we can't be friends.
That was mostly a joke.
I know. Mostly. Mostly. I don't know if CP agrees with you. But
I'm ready to move on to horror. I don't know about you guys.
Did you like Shawshank's score at least? No, sorry. I'll let you know.
I actually don't remember
what about,
Shawshank's score.
what about the escape scene when he's going through the pipe and he's waiting for the fucking? He's got to wait for the lightning and the thunder.
Yeah, I saw things like that, like in Escape from Alcatraz. You know, better prison films.
All right, so horror.
Right in Cell Block H.
All right.
Nearly half a mile of shit to get out clean on the other side. It's pretty impressive. I'm sorry. Let's move on. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, my number 5 for horror isn't going to surprise anybody. Everyone knows my disdain for this movie.
Okay.
And it's Blair Witch.
Oh, I've heard that a lot.
I mean, there's a lot of people that love this, but I don't get it. I didn't get it back when it came out in 1999. You know, it's all the overhype and all the love, and it's like, oh, but it was the first found footage film. No, it wasn't. Cannibal Holocaust was the first found footage film. You know, it was the first.
It didn't get the same publicity. Blair Witch was notable for that internet marketing.
Yeah, it did get the same publicity, but the fact that it didn't have the internet in 1980 when Cannibal Holocaust came out, so it didn't get the global. But the guy that Rogerio Deodato, the guy that put out Cannibal Holocaust, actually got sued by the Italian government that he murdered basically his entire cast.
Indie Phantom. Well, hold on. There's a correction here. Indie Phantom, no score in 2001. Technically, Kubrick went with the classical pieces instead, which is absolutely correct.
That is technically true. Yeah.
Yep. So that's sorry. Go ahead.
No, but so Deodato put his entire cast into seclusion, kind of like a PR stunt, you know, to gain notoriety for it. And the Italian court said, look, you killed these people to make a movie. We're not going to let you benefit from, you know, just he was taken to court, and he actually had to get the people to come into court and prove that they're not dead. Right. I mean, I remember that happened in 80, you know, and so I mean, yeah, Blair Witch had the internet behind it, which made it more of a global sensation at the time. I will give them that. But
which gives it a higher pedestal to fall from. You're right. It's I agree. The further away we get from that movie, it's just fucking not much going on in it. They lose a map. There's your Act 2 conflict. They lost the map.
Spoilers for everyone that hasn't seen it.
Yeah. For those who haven't seen a 19-year-old movie.
a dumbass comes out. They didn't lose a map. Remember, the one guy comes out and said,
threw it in the river.
"Oh, I threw it away.
I threw it in the
2 days ago."
river. And then he starts giggling like a momo.
And no one beats him. Everyone should beat him within an inch of his life, because they're scared, they're lost in the woods. But yeah, if you look over their shoulders, you can see power lines.
Emily, have you seen Blair Witch Project?
I have, surprisingly.
Thoughts?
I was considering telling you not and seeing how quickly you hit the roof, but no, I have seen it.
No, I wouldn't put that.
I would have paid to see that. To see CP go, what?
Yeah, not for that. I don't. I don't know. At this stage, it's really hard for Emily to shock me about something.
You should have seen him when I said I hadn't seen Die Hard yet.
No.
I think I was here that day.
Oh, you were?
I think I was watching you guys. I think I was watching you guys on one of the other streams or whatever. But yeah. So you've seen Blair Witch. What did you think?
It was okay. I was maybe 19 when I saw it, the whole thing. I'd seen it in sections beforehand, but altogether it was pretty interesting. It seemed like something that could happen to me or any one of my friends, which was the main selling point, I believe. I wasn't there for the time when these were presumed to be real people and they'd actually gone missing, and there was a blog purporting to be from their families saying, oh, where's Heather? So I didn't get the full benefit of all that, but I think it still holds up. I think maybe the shaky cam is a bit much sometimes.
I didn't get the full benefit of that either, because when they were trying to sell it to everybody that it was real, we saw them on the Johnny Carson show. Kind of kills the moment, It's like, hey, we got this PR about these real kids that went missing and died, but hey, they're sitting right there front row at the Tonight Show.
Number 4.
Number 4, Clockwork Orange.
Okay, so the anti-Kubrick stream continues.
You consider that horror?
Well, a lot of people do consider a horror. I mean, I don't. That's one of those movies you really don't know where it falls into, because of some of the visuals that happen. I mean, some people consider I Spit on Your Grave horror, but it's just a rape revenge film.
I would have thought more dystopian sci-fi, if anything.
Yeah,
I don't know if this technology exists.
The brainwashing technology.
Would you?
But
that was for Patrick.
What was that?
I've been called Buffalo Bill, and just had to. I had to quote myself. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring us to a screeching halt. Yeah.
No, what do you think, man?
I'm not a big fan of Clockwork Orange, so I guess I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. I understand what it means to society, film. Just what's going on there. Not exactly my cup of tea. I'll watch Requiem for a Dream over and over again for some bizarre reason, and I know people that can't watch that, but I can't watch Clockwork Orange too much. So I don't know. For this occasion, I agree. How many hats do I own? I own 16.
I thought you lost one.
Oh, wow.
Well, Luke has one.
Oh.
I mean, nothing.
You mean nothing?
Moving on.
I know. I got a question. Is Lee still in the chat?
Why?
I'm just curious.
That's interesting.
Because what? Who he is?
Oh! Please tell me it's Halloween. Please tell me it's Halloween.
Well, it's Halloween 4 through 6.
Well, that's not one movie. All right, go ahead.
Well, no, I wasn't sure. Honestly, I wasn't quite sure. One long storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Lee loves Halloween, but I don't know how he feels about the
6 is his favorite. Or Lee, are you still here? Oh, So whoever's going to watch the stream tonight, go tell Lee that
Go tell Lee to watch.
just shit in his bed.
How can 6? If you're a Halloween fan, how does 6 your favorite? Not the original movie.
I can't say. Yeah, who likes 6s anyway?
No, it was one of those movies that came out, and it was I believe 4, 5, and 6 were all. I don't remember them coming out.
No, they came to theaters.
Did they?
6. I don't think 6 was with Paul Rudd. I don't remember that one too much. I remember 4 having a pretty prominent run. I don't know. But
6 was just a joke. 6 was like the worst idea ever. I mean, we're gonna take the little girl that was in 4 and 5, age her, she's now a teenager and she's pregnant and has had a kid. She's gonna show up and meet up with the Paul Rudd, who plays Tommy Doyle from the little boy from the original film. And we're going to find out that Michael is controlled by a cult of Thorn, a Celtic runestone. Okay.
And how am I the asshole in this outfit? I don't understand what the fuck is going on here. Keep going.
Whoever pitched this, just they lost their mind, and they go, "Oh yeah, sure, that sounds good."
I have to make this his own separate video and just put it on Lee's channel somewhere.
Oh, is Lee around?
Oh my God! Yeah, no. Listen, I don't know if
he's being silent, maybe stunned.
Yeah, he's probably keeled over in a heart attack.
How dare he blaspheme against Michael Myers?
I like Halloween 1, I like Halloween 2, I like Halloween 3. And after that, they just kind of like, thanks.
Oh, brother. I'm supposed to be the one making people laugh. This is... What
do you... Come on. I can't be the only one with an opinion here. You have to have some kind of...
Listen, me and Lee have a very business-related relationship regarding horror, so I have no comments on the matter. I won't say I disagree. That's all you'll get out of me.
You disagree.
I said I won't say I disagree.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know.
I think that made my Tuesday.
You and I, well, CP, you and I have talked about it in the past. We've talked about horror franchises that seem like they go too far.
Lee's in the chat now.
And you and you love Friday the 13th, but you say that there's some movies. Parts 4, 5, 6, they man, you talk about jumping the shark are just pulling a big. It was all just a money grab. I mean,
Wait,
Mustafa Akkad.
Oh, you're still talking about Halloween.
Yeah. I'm just saying Mustafa Akkad should have committed to the original idea for the Halloween series and not just said, oh, they don't have Michael in it, let's bring Michael back. I know. Jamie Lee Curtis now has a daughter, which explains why she has a son in H2O. Yeah, and the daughter's nowhere to be found.
So we have an official rebut from Lee. A mass population has to like the film to be overrated. Halloween 6 is underrated. Underrated. That's an excellent choice of words there. Underrated.
Lee, I respect your opinion, but Halloween 6 just sucked. Dude. Sorry.
Oh my God in heaven! What the fuck? Again, I need the disclaimer. These are not CP's opinions.
They're not. They're mine. I'm willing to admit it.
Dino says, Wolfman, love this stream. Love this stuff for sure. You got me sitting in my seat here. You really got me sitting in my seat here. Okay. Can we bring back Celebrity Deathmatch and MTV? Have Lee versus Wolfman? LOL. And Lee says, I love you, Wolfman. and most don't like 6, but it's gaining a cult following. Yeah.
Yeah, and that goes back. And remember my statement from a few weeks ago. Most cult movies, are just bad. So.
Oh, right. You did say that. Yeah. So, how many do we have left, Wolf? I'm 2. Waiting for you to. All right. Well, go ahead. Number 2.
So number two is probably a lesser known movie, but a lot of people seem to. A lot of the horror fans seem to like it. I don't mind it, but it's just so bad that it just seems like it's a little overrated. And that's Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things.
Children shouldn't play with dead what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So please inform us, for those who have been overrating it all this time. What's this movie again?
A bunch of theatrical students go out to an island. It's 1972, and they're there to perform snippets of Shakespeare. But the acting is terrible. I mean, there's a lot of people that love this movie. Ask Lee. I mean, he's a horror fan, Halloween fan.
What does that mean?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just. There's a chain there. I'm just yanking on it. That's all. But no, there's a lot of horror fans that truly love this movie, and they think that this is the end-all, be-all movie. It was put out by Bob Clark, the same guy that put out Black Christmas, Porky's, stuff like that.
Okay. Okay.
So it's got that, like Lee says, cult following.
Lee's heard of it, hasn't seen it.
Okay. But
Dino
it's not that good.
Loves that hippie flick, he says. Dino from Late Late Horror Show says, I love that hippie flick.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. It's like it's an okay movie, but honestly, watch it. The acting is atrocious. It really
in a horror movie? No.
No, dude. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about just bad. I'm talking about bad acting. None of these people can actually claim that they were actors. They were like found bums or something. I don't know.
Oh, hi, Mark.
It's like, here are your lines. I need lines.
Join MafiaAddict.com and create the most respected mafia in the world. Build your own mafia empire, start a family, and become the very best. MafiaAddict.com. Copy paste. Well, thanks for the support, Game Free. Yeah.
Copy paste.
Where should I copy paste it?
Way to contribute. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring us to a ridiculous halt.
No, I was thinking about the beginning of that where you're like, copy paste.
Yeah, if you're going to copy and paste something, take the copy and paste, you fucking spammers. Emily, your thoughts on this film?
Emily's like, I wasn't even a thought at the time this movie came out. My parents were thoughts. No.
Yeah, no comment.
Yeah. No, number one.
Number one. And this is going way back. I mean, another one of those movies that I don't know. I know a lot of people that talk about it, and a lot of people think it's a good movie, but it's White Zombie. Too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's where the band got its name. It's an okay movie, but it drags. And as far as horror goes, it doesn't feel like there's as much suspense or much dread really involving in this movie. These are the zombies that, this is before Romero, many years, 30 years before Romero did the whole Living Dead thing. These were zombies that were they're Haitian. They're voodoo Haitian ritual zombies that are they're living, but they're under a spell.
Okay.
Type of thing. Yeah, and that was the typical idea for zombies, until Romero, reinvented the idea.
You did it. You knocked Dino over. He said, "Oh man, I fell on the floor. Not sure if I'll get up now." You managed. I think you managed to just stick a knife in everybody's side today. That was quite impressive.
Well, I mean, you came up with the topic. We were going to do it. We were going to do a stream every week. And then last week was the 4th of July here in the United States, and we did do a stream, you know. But CP got hold of me and he goes, well, here's a category that I was going to come up with, overrated movies. And I said, save that for next week. And I've been working on this list, man. And
listen, had I known that it was going to be that rambunctious, I would have tried to get the chat onto the video, because if you watch this, thank you. If you watch this in the future, you're really not going to get the full effect of just what the real-time chaos was as Wolf was just riffing on shit. But that is our time here. Wolf, you have anything coming up on your channel?
Tonight we're going to be talking with well, I'm recording a sit down.
Oh,
I'm recording a sit down and tonight on Wicked Horror Show we have Stacy, who's a producer of the upcoming movie Fetish Factory. I almost said Fetish Farm, but no, Fetish Factory. Her dad was actually the drummer for the Ventures. The beachy sound, you know. So yeah, we have her coming on, and other than that, you know, some Blu-ray hunting stuff coming up, and I'm always trying to churn something out weekly.
Oh, all right, that's exciting. Emily.
I guess I'd be repeating myself, but Marble Hornets video I have coming up. Still.
Cue clip of Emily in April saying Marble Hornets.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's what I have.
Oh, right. Is that all?
Other things. I'm being mysterious.
Okay. Cryptic. Lovely. I don't have much to say. I could say that there's things coming. Our Needs a Hero is going to be packed in July. You might have a compressed bunch of shit at the same time, but we're working on it. We're working on it, people. 66% of this group is working on it. I can say that much. And if you're watching live tonight, make sure and check out Lee and Cody tonight on the Scream stream. You know, I'm not dead. I'm just you know, it's 11 p.m. here in Denmark, so I'm gonna go take a nap. They're gonna go take over, and oh, Jason Hamilton is asking when is part 6. That is a good question, Emily.
I'm ready when you are.
All right, so we'll do it right now. No, we'll try to get it within a week and a half. Hamilton, but that's that. Ideas for next week, guys? Anything?
Why don't we go the opposite way?
Underrated?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an idea.
Okay. All right. So we'll do the same thing backwards. Get your clickbait ready. Although I guess it may not be as strong.
You never know.
All right. All right. So next
as provocative as possible.
Right. Next week or whenever we come back, it'll be underrated.
Yeah, the lesser known movies you never hear no one talk about. Let's put it that way. I mean, it's like everyone talks about Jurassic Park. Everyone talks about, you know, like Forrest Gump, stuff like that. But how about movies like Very Bad Things? You know, I mean, they're just as good of movies as the mainstream movies, but they just don't get talked about as much.
Alrighty. So say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.